other Caucasians to the back. Immediately. Honestly, thank you. Looks better already.
Hey, happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to all my Black people. I'm Black, y'all. I'm Black, y'all. And I'm blacker than Black. I'm like Black, y'all. Honestly, truly, to the back. Immediately. It's about us today. Well, it's about us all month long. So where are you going? You see, this is why we have Black History Month. This right here. Because every time Black people want to talk about something, y'all disappear. So where you going, Yasmin?
Didn't she say the whites go to the back? Welcome to the podcast. I can't believe you didn't catch that. What did you say? Listen, I am a white Latina. It ain't about the Afro Latinas out here, Latino as well. And then it's about who? Who, Cat?
Black people this fun.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie, like me and Kat, like this episode is about to be lit. And by the way, before we continue, there is a visual version of this podcast because I have a few of my close friends have been requesting me to do a visual version. So here we are, seeing your beautiful faces and you guys seeing our beautiful faces. Well, kind of, yeah.
Of course, I am Kat.
And I'm Yaz.
And we are two geeky ladies talking about issues in our lives,
relationship gossip,
and occasional politics, all while geeking and having fun. Let's geek!
Ooh, we in sync today. I'm telling you, I'm ready for this episode. Today we have like conspiracy, juicy ass chisme up in here, and then we got what we geeking about, right, Kat?
Mm-hmm.
So what you geeking about today?
I want to geek about Oli London. I really do.
And before, by the way, before we geek about Oli London, the reason why I'm dressed like this, okay, is because, Kat, we just finished reacting to one of his music videos.
Yasmin revealed herself to be a witch. Like, I didn't expect that. If you watch like our video, you'll see what I mean. She's shady though.
Stop. Listen, I got my leather jacket on, my BTS like shirt. I got my like light stick. Listen, I go all out for my boys, but yeah. So it was fun. So what's up with Oli London?
Okay, so we got to give people a background who have never heard of Oli London. Oli London is a transracial guy that's non-binary and also identifies as a Korean person. Yo, this dude is like ridiculous. Listeners, this guy has spent about $250,000 up to date to make himself look like Jimin from the band BTS because he's obsessed with Jimin and he's obsessed with Korean culture. Mm-hmm. Last year he was on, of course, he made every single blog around. And the reason why is because he finally got surgery where he feels complete. Like, this dude is white and he's from England. And he got surgery to make his eyes almond shaped just so he could look more Asian.
That is wild to me.
It is.
Like, the amount of money, time, and spent on this thing is just like, oh my goodness.
That's a house. You could send 10 kids to school without room and board, maybe. Without room and board, maybe.
Yep.
And then, like, this dude is just like, he's outrageous. Now he's making news again because he.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Okay.
What happened?
So he said that, so originally he said that on his channel, he's been trolled too much, more than usual, because we already know he gets trolled 24/7. People are saying to him, oh, you're not 100% Korean. Stop acting like you're 100% Korean. You'll never be it. And he came up with an idea, Yasmin. He said, I am so dedicated to being Korean. I'm going to get surgery to make my manhose smaller because I want to be closer to a real Korean to be 100% complete. Yaz, do you know how ignorant and racist that is? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
He's literally getting penis reduction. Who does that? Yes. So that he could
Wait,
fit.
is that what that is?
Yes. He announced, this is like, what, 3 days ago? He announced that he's getting penis reduction surgery so that he can be more like an Asian man.
First off, I didn't even know that was a thing. That is a thing.
Me neither. I found this out 3 days ago.
Oh my God.
And, we're going to post an article about it. Like, can I ask a question before I finish the story? All of y'all,
sure.
Whether you're white, Asian, black, what is, you know what? I need to get closer to the camera.
Hold up. Let me get you as close to the camera. Okay.
What is this obsession with trying to be another race? Come on, man. You can you can eat the food, you can bask in the culture, which is an amazing thing. But why are you getting surgery to look like me? Why are you getting surgery to get penis reduction? Why are you getting surgery? Why are you doing it? Y'all can take that money and feed children. Literally, feed the children, not blacken the skin. Okay, But anyways, let me get back to the point of this story. This guy, Oli London, was married. Well, he married a cardboard version of Jimmy.
It was apparently from what the internet told, mostly him, honestly. Let's say it was him. It was a beautiful wedding chapel in Vegas or something. I don't know what the information was.
He professed his love to Jimin, but we have terrible news. After 2 years being together.
Wait, what?
Yes, terrible news. After 2 years of Oli London being together with cardboard Jimin, they have announced that they're getting a divorce, And
Stop.
Yes.
What?
He's getting a divorce.
How long was their marriage?
2 years. And you know what's funny, listeners? I actually have a copy of the paperwork through an article. So you guys can see it was in, what's that word called? Inconsolable differences. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry.
Stop.
Yeah.
So he was beefing with the cardboard box.
Yes. But let me tell you this. There's another reason. Oli London had fallen in love with another person. Yes.
Wait, what?
He had fallen in love with TikTok star. His name is Vlad Hossein. He's a South Korean man who was born in Russia. Yes, so he speaks Russian and he speaks Korean at the same time. And the guy's 20 years old and Oli London is 30 or 31? So yeah, his heart fluttered for him. But wait, there's more.
There's more?
Yes,
Cut it out.
There's more.
Stop it.
So he realized that he could not be with Vlad Hossein. So he had to get himself together. And as of today, as we're recording this was just a few hours ago, he has announced that he is polyamorous. Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. So he thinks he can balance out his love for Vlad and his love for Jimin. And his reasoning was, as much as I love Jimin, I just find it weird that I was fetishizing a cardboard. I was even talking to it.
So
So now you think you crazy for that one thing.
He finally rationalized what was going on. Are you serious? That's bruh.
Yep. Yep. That's what I'm geeking about.
Wild.
That's funny. I'm not lying about it.
You know what? We should have saved that for the wild story.
That actually should have been our wild story, for real.
Oh my God, dude. I don't even know what to say. You know what? I should say this. Spoiler, Kat. I actually came across last night on TikTok.
What?
That guy you're talking about. He duetted Oli London's video.
Oh my gosh, what was his reaction?
It was just him being silent and mouth drop. I'm not gonna lie. I'll if I have a way of inserting it here, You'll see it. You'll see it. And for our Let's Geek listeners, head over to our Instagram and we'll like post it there.
Stop it.
Oh
Stop
man.
It. That's what I'm
Oli
saying.
London is, I swear, I said it in the music video and I'll say it here, he's just like an acid trip. It's like you think it wouldn't exist, but we have it in the universe. But you know, here we are today. Mm-hmm.
They do anything for clout. Cardi B and Offset said it.
So what I'm geeking about, we kind of went a little bit long on the story, but it was fun. It was fun. But what I'm geeking about is how I am so upset with myself, like allowing myself to go back to TikTok. You know, Let's Geek listeners and viewers, I quit TikTok. Yes, it was like one of those addiction that need to be let go because nobody should ever spend 4 hours on a damn app. So
I felt that through I felt this like through the screen. She was passionate. She put the Italian fingers up. That's how you know.
Oh Lord, here I am appropriating. Oh my God. TikTok listeners and viewers, I have a new TikTok. It's Yaz XPG. It's just like my gaming channel tag name. And I decided, let me do a TikTok and I'll just upload my, like gameplays and, fun reaction stuff. Oh boy. TikTok reminds me so much of that toxic ex-boyfriend that for some reason you keep going back to, because I opened up the app, we were kicking, having fun, watching funny videos, cute baby videos, cat videos. Then we got into the sexual territory, and then we got into the abuse territory, and then we got into the like messy TikTok. Yeah. And then we got into like, Jesus, it was a lot. I just need to quit now. I need to run.
How do you go from like candy rainbows to like Hades? Like that just took a switch and a turn right there.
It really did. And I have like videos to prove it. Maybe on my channel, if you guys want to see, like head over to Yaz XPG. Only if you want to see it. I have saved all the like weird, like crazy videos. As I was scrolling, there was a couple of live videos. There was a girl lying down on the bed, shaking her butt. Like literally, like imagine like a girl's lying on the bed, she's on her stomach, she's on the live going like this. And then you see the booty in the bag. I mean, I'm not hating. It's just, it was weird to see. And then she's crossing her legs and she's, shaking her booty like that. I'll insert it somewhere here. And then I also saw like some girl like sleeping. People are like, why are we watching this? I don't know. Why are we here? And then like they gave her money for it. Can I go to sleep? I want to go live and go to sleep. That's all I'm saying.
Eat chips and hope I get paid. And just to see if I can get extra money, I'll just put my feet up because you got people.
No. Be careful with the feet community. Be careful with the people who are into feet. Ooh, that's the
point. I want money.
Watch out. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is Cat about to have an OnlyFans?
For feet, I don't mind it. Like for feet, people, keyword, for feet, for this. This right here, you can.
Please don't show me. Please don't. By the way, I hate feet. I don't like feet. I don't know.
Same.
Yeah, I have socks on. I just can't. I can't. Don't show me your feet. I won't show you my feet. Once in a while, yeah.
Deal.
Don't come out for air. Put tampons on. But I keep them with socks. That's all I'm saying.
And of course, people are probably wondering what today's episode is going to be about. And we are geeking on conspiracy theories that we've heard over the years. So geek listeners or geek visual, if you know any conspiracy theories, leave it at the bottom of, our comment section, or even tweet at us because we're interested. Who knows? Maybe we could find out some that we had never heard of. So starting off, I want to geek on Eazy-E. So I know this is probably completely random to some people. So Eazy-E is basically known as the godfather of rap. If any of y'all have seen the NWA movie, you're probably more familiar with him since, you know, it's a movie about them. He's from NWA, which is, you know, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, DJ Yella, you know, just for example. So the conspiracy is how Eazy-E passed away. So back in, I believe it was 94 or 95, Eazy-E had passed away from AIDS. And it was very, very suspicious because he was diagnosed with AIDS a month prior. And people say that it was completely random. But I hate to be completely honest about it. He did get around a lot. Like, for example, you know, Eazy-E, I believe he has 9 kids.
Oh yeah, no, he yeah. I remember that rumor too. It was wild.
I think it's like by 5 different women. So a lot of people say that him passing away, it literally came out of nowhere because he was super healthy months ago. And then it just, you know, happened. And the craziest thing about it is his wife married him, I believe, like a week before he passed away or 2 weeks prior. And she was pregnant and she had slept with him in that time. And she didn't get AIDS at all. Apparently, like, you know, I'd seen a little small documentary about it. The doctor himself said that the fact that she didn't get AIDS was actually very lucky and a little bit odd. So basically, she dodged, you know, the biggest bullet. One of the biggest conspiracy theories is that he was actually inserted with a needle of somebody else that had AIDS.
Oh yeah, and you know that happens especially if I'm. By the way, I should note this. I'm not saying that you know, that's what he did, but like most people who share needles, like you can contract anything from that.
But the thing about it, Eazy didn't do drugs. That's one of the craziest things. He didn't do drugs. Like, you know, he did the old fashioned, you know, Henny and all that, but he really wasn't like a drug type of person. And one of the biggest reasons why people believe it, and don't worry, I'm going to post a clip about that. I actually believe this. I believe Suge Knight did it. Dead ass. Yeah.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah.
You know, Suge Knight today is in jail for running over somebody. He also was with Tupac a few moments before he died. But to be honest, I don't think Suge Knight had anything to do with Tupac's death. My theory is that he had something to do with Biggie's death in retaliation for what happened to Tupac. This is just personally my opinion. But the reason why I truly believe that Suge Knight did it is because there's an interview where he's talking to, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel he was talking to. And I forget what question that they had asked him, but he said something like, you know, to take out somebody, I think it's easier to go the Eazy-E route. Just take a syringe and just infect him with AIDS or just He actually said something like that. Don't worry, I'm gonna post receipts.
Yeah, no, I can see why people started believing that. Like, why didn't you just say easy, but you went the extra mile by saying Eazy-E?
That's his full name, though. That's his full name.
But when he said it in the interview, it just sounds like it hinted that, you know, he knew what was up. Like, it just hinted that, like, it sounded like he knew what was up.
Suge Knight is so problematic. He, like, you know, he and Dre used to have Death Row Records, which obviously is not in effect anymore. Do you know that Suge Knight, for those of y'all, because I'm giving some Suge Knight facts, you know, he used to be Bobby Brown's bodyguard. Yeah, crazy, right? He was Bobby Brown's bodyguard. Yeah, at one time. And Yasmin, I don't know how you feel about this because I've always felt awkward about this. Guess when his birthday is?
Oh no. Is he an Aries? Oh, he's young people.
April 19th, the day I was born. We shared the same birthday.
I shared the same birthday
with Suge Knight, Yasmin.
Stop.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Low key, that's kind of funny. Low key, that's kind of funny.
I'm just like, yo, what does that say? Like, he was born the day I was. It's wild. But that's my first conspiracy theory. What's yours?
Mine's okay. Sorry.
You good?
The conspiracy is so wild, I'm choking. Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord. Sorry, hold on. My friend.
I was working last night, so you know. I'm just
Girl, I don't be taking your jobs.
I'm gonna do the undertone shade you do and just be like,
well, I just threw your shade back. I said I don't be taking your job.
you know what, Wendy? I'm tired of you.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Kat, imagine, and also audience and viewers who are watching this, imagine if snow was fake. It's not a thing.
What is snow supposed to be? It's ice.
Well, guess what happened over to TikTok yet again?
Oh God.
Some woman I guess, quarantine did a lot to people. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So some woman, who knows God where, decided to grab a ball of snow, take a lighter, and I guess for like shits and giggles, she started like trying to melt the snow, right? So she trying to like take out all off in like one day. All right. So here's what happened. So she started burning up the snow, right? And then all of a sudden she was like, guys, guess what? The snow doesn't melt. The snow doesn't melt. This is fake. And then like people on the internet flip their shit, right? And so a lot of people started doing a trend where you take a ball of snow and you start lighting it on fire. So the snow burns, but it doesn't melt, right? So guess what people, and guess what people started thinking? Sorry, I had to write this one down because this shit was too wild for me to remember. So apparently they took to social media and concluded that the snow is manufactured by the one and only Bill Gates, who is working, by the way, with the Chinese government to benefit from this all. All because the woman couldn't melt some snow, so the conspiracy was born. I was like, get out of here. What?
They need to stop playing, otherwise Russia and Antarctica are gonna come for that ass. Like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people failed science class. That
clearly
like, they failed because from what was reported, that wasn't even English, but it was my attempt to it. Apparently, there's a thing called sublimation. Sublimation, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's pretty much when so when you grab, the ball of snow, so instead of it melting, it skips the water element and turns into gas. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your education for the day.
It's like, bam.
Science. Okay, those who don't know me, but if you follow my Twitter, I be like retweeting NASA. I'm really into like the whole like science, how land became to form and stuff. Like, listen, my noggin can be like useful in some moments, like this one. However, I have my moments.
Yazin, I think you're gonna really be excited for this one, and I know you're gonna have to beat me when you hear this. I don't know about you, and I know for a fact there are people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about. So in middle school, right, I heard this rumor about Marilyn Manson, and you know how Marilyn Manson has that whole goth, spooky aesthetic and everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how he looks crazy and he be falling back like this in his music videos. That little thing that goes down the stairs in the ring? That's what a lot of people think he looked like.
Oh my God. That's funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rumor I heard in middle school was that Marilyn Manson, I'm sorry.
We can't keep it together.
I'm sorry, but Marilyn Manson removed like two of his ribs so that he could be flexible enough to suck his own dick. Please tell me you've heard this rumor.
No, I have.
Yes, I literally heard this.
I've heard other things about him, but that's the first for me. Wow, is it a penis day or something? Is this what's happening? Because Jesus Christ, oh my God.
Literally, the dedication. We got reduction right here. we moving ribs just to suck it off. Like, y'all men are very dedicated. Like, I have to give it to you. Completely dedicated to the craft that y'all do.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't stop laughing over the idea. But like, I truly want to pick at your brain for a second. Why did you believe that? That's
it. I was 12. Like, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. I believed a lot of crap when I was 12, okay?
Oh my God.
Like,
but like, okay, I get it, but okay, you know what they say, right? Oh my God, here, get it under control. Okay, you know what they say though, right? Like some conspiracy at some point. Let me talk to you, audience, too. At some point, like there is some hidden truth behind it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. So I want to know, like, is there a thing that for a second you made it like it's believable?
I mean, Marilyn Manson is a unique character. And, you know, right now he's dealing with that case. So we kind of don't want to hype him too much. But
no.
we're talking about we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, he's been a crazy wild man anyways.
Yasmin, kids be saying the wildest things in middle school. And to be honest, I don't know the origin of it. But I was told this in, I think, 6th grade, and my dumbass believed it. My mom basically used to call Marilyn Manson the devil. She never let me listen to his music, and I feel bad.
Yeah. Your mom and every other mom, like, oh my goodness, yeah. Because the moment they see him, like, she thought what?
She thought he was scary. She used to be like, no, you're not listening to that demon sing. So because of that, I only know 2 Marilyn Manson songs. My mom was very good with making sure I never listened to that man's music.
That's funny. Ooh, okay. So, you know, talking about like crazy stuff, what if I told you that the next conspiracy, I found this out, by the way, from a YouTuber. His name is Charlie, I believe, but his tag name is Penguin Z0 or something like that. I was watching his video one day, and there was something that he said, or they said in the video, right? And I believe it. What if I were to tell you that there is a secret society, listeners, viewers, coming closer, because you know this is some acid trip. We're doing some acid trip today. Woo, okay, this is a really good one. What if I told you that this next conspiracy is going to start making flat Earth people look logical? I'm telling you, flat Earthers, I think you're winning on this one. All right, listen very closely, children. Apparently there is a secret society that believes, I had to write this down because this was too wild for me to remember. So, by the way, I'm giving him credit, and all the links will be down below if you guys want to go further deep down in this freaking lore of a crazy thing. Kat, what if I told you in this secret society, they have a secret space program that is a group of people that lived in Mars for about 400 years and about to have a Star Wars galactic fight of their life? Oh yes, I'm not kidding. There is a group of people who believe they're about to like fight some craziness over there. Listen, I already like had some crazy experience with Wolfenstein. If you guys don't know, it's kind of like this, like, what is it? Zombie apocalyptic. I don't know. Wolfenstein was an interesting Bethesda game. I really did enjoy the gameplay. Anyways, but it's not about that. So apparently in this group of people, they are ones who believe that they have been selected by space Nazis to fight intergalactic threats. I'm not joking. All links will be down below because you got to see it. This is some acid trip you got to experience. And apparently these are people who have lived over 40 plus years on Mars, and the people who believe this has their own seminar and training. Kat, these people, like, they believe this 100% to the fact that they actually have training. You can use the Force. Imagine.
So the Force is real. Okay.
The Force is real. Yep. And apparently, by the way, the people also believed that they have hidden powers and they've unlocked a memory, and they believe that they were somebody else in the past life fighting these galactic demons. So whatever it is. Yep. Yep. So they have superpowers.
You see this? This is alcohol. This is a little bit of cranberry mixed with a little bit of soju. Not to offend people who love soju. I'm just a weird chick. When I drink this like this.
You know what? At this point, with this story.
I make stories too.
Listen, with this type of story, whatever you're drinking is making more sense than this thing.
Really?
Literally, like, I'm reading exactly what I wrote, and I feel like this is some like novel, like this storyline can beat out like any like shit ass like fantasy space like monsters up there. Like, this is wild to me. Like, literally they believe. Oh, and guess what? Some of your fave celebs aren't real. They are here on a mission. Oh my God. The lore gets even deeper. I suggest go click on the links below. There's a whole documentary about this. There's a guy who actually infiltrates this like organization. And I'm sorry, I kikied over this. This was wild. I've heard of different ones, you know, like supernatural ones, like parallel universe, like just different type of stuff. But this, like, I'm all into secret society. I don't believe in them, but it's just fascinating to me. I feel like this one takes the cake.
Question: do you think we're all part of a simulation?
Oh, hell yeah.
No,
bring on the Matrix. Bring on bring on the Matrix.
I don't know, maybe you've heard this, you know, conspiracy theory yourself. So this is about Shirley Temple Black. Of course, she like passed away years ago. And fun fact.
Shirley Temple what?
Oh, you know, she got married and then, you know, and then became a politician later. I know, crazy. So
wait, no, I thought you said Black. Did you mean to say back or did you say black?
Black. Black, like the color, like me.
Stop. What?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Black. So her husband, you know, her late husband's last name was Black. So of course,
I didn't know that because I've just known her to be like Shirley Temple.
Animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits, loop the loop. You know how many times that came on a Cartoon Network, or was that Nickelodeon?
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever.
I was too poor to watch any of those. No, remember, I was too poor to even watch that.
Oh yeah, we talked.
You keep flexing your privilege on me, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Apparently, a lot of people in my like growing up didn't have cable, so it humbled me clearly. But yeah, and fun fact about Shirley Temple for people who didn't know, I found this out recently. Do you know she was the ambassador for Ghana for a good minute? I know, random.
I didn't know.
Well, this conspiracy theory is about when she was a little kid, you know, singing and dancing with Bojangles. Somebody tried to kill her. Yeah. Yes. What? A woman. Yes. A woman. Mm-hmm. This is back at the time, I think maybe when she was 9 or 10 or something like that. She was performing for a radio show. And this woman just bursted in with a pistol, Yasmin, pointed it at Shirley Temple to get ready to shoot her. But the security at the time, I guess, went, bah, nope. Yep.
Oh my God. What? That's
yes.
What? I don't know this.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's not really a conspiracy theory, but it's connected to a conspiracy theory. Reason why is because the woman thought Shirley Temple possessed her son. So she believed if she shot Shirley Temple, the curse or the possession of her son would be done. Mm-hmm. And there were also conspiracy theories back then that Shirley Temple was actually not a real little girl. She was a woman portraying herself as a little girl. Mm-hmm.
That's
crazy.
Wild.
That's why she had a lot of adult fans. Gross. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, hold up. Is this episode just about wild stories? Because this is actually wild.
Do you consider this a wild? It's a conspiracy
theory.
That is wild.
No, that is wild to me.
And that kind of stuff traumatized Shirley Temple. And that's the exact reason why I think by the time she was 19 or so, she said, all right, guys, I'm done with film. Like, we got a crazy woman.
Too. I would be too. Like, with all the rumors being spread, like, get out of here.
If they had not have tackled her immediately, like, she actually would have been successful. And that's just wild.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, we should probably put this in the damn bro. That's why I'm segment. That's what it sounds like.
Oh boy, that's funny.
Have you heard of any more?
Okay, I got one last one for you.
Okay.
All right. This is a wild trip. All right, I've always been into like alternate universe, like, you know what I mean? Like there's different timelines and all this like kiki stuff and stuff like that. I don't know if like this actually exists per se, but like I remember I was geeking about something with someone once. And have you ever had a moment where like you traveled somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then like you discover like a town or something beautiful and it's almost like a fantasy, right? And so it turns out when you try to remember that place, it just disappears, no longer exists.
I find that interesting.
Right? I love fantasy theories. Like they're freaking crazy. Like imagine if like you walk into like a part of the world and you just like go into a different dimension. Yeah, I love those. There's like a bunch of them, you know. You go in different location. A lot of people think like there's another parallel universe or there's like, you know, in the fantasies, like it's like think of any anime or like think of any fantasy movies where it's like this, what is it, like a wall of like lays or something like that. You put your hand in and you're like, oh my God, I'm scared. But you go ahead and put your hand in anyways. And then boom, you're in at the Avatar world or something. Like, yo, people like, yeah, people be tripping. I think this whole episode's the acid trip.
It is. Did you hear the one about Walt Disney?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Have you heard that theory?
Depending on which ones, because Walt Disney, that man's been around town with all the stuff. But this comes to a next one. Why don't we just go ahead and say some honorable mentions?
So I'm pretty sure like a good number of people know this. So there's a theory that Walt Disney is not really like dead. He knew that. Yeah, because I think didn't he pass away of like cancer or something like that?
I think so. I don't remember.
I think he had something like Alzheimer's. Like if we're wrong about
it, he passed away. That's all we know. He passed away.
Before he passed away, like he knew when he was at the moment of dying, he had his body cryogenically frozen. Yeah, and the reason why he did it is because he was hoping in the future there would be a cure for his disease. Yeah. So they would hope by the time they find a cure for the disease that's almost killing him, he could be unfrozen, they can thaw him out, and then boom, we'll get Walt Disney back. Can you imagine Walt Disney coming back here? He'd be like, what? On the university? What's going on here?
Oh my God. Imagine when he walks into the studio.
My God.
Black superheroes? What is it? Oh my God.
It's like surprise.
Oh my God. That kind of reminds me of the theory with Michael Jackson and the sleeping in a, what do you call it, in those tubes? Do you remember like he's sleeping in his,
isn't it a pod or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. That one reminds me of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But other honorary mentions, because honestly, like we could geek about conspiracies all day and stuff. That's just personally our favorite like conspiracy. We have many more. And again, just like Kat say, put it in the comment section. What is your favorite? Tweet at us. And just honorably mentioning, we got like the Epstein one that just recently popped up. You know, like
that man didn't kill himself. Y'all can lie. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. That man didn't kill himself.
And then we got Avril Lavigne doppelganger. Guys, if you don't know, Avril Lavigne died a hot minute ago, and like they just found a replacement. Like it's easy, copy paste. Here we go. Oh my god, that reminds me of like when droids. Do you know the conspiracy? People think that like half of us, like eventually, I don't know, like maybe in the year like 2060 or something like that, we're going to be like having droids. Nobody would know who's actually human and who's droids.
Oh,
this
God.
sounds like, yeah, it's crazy. That's what that reminds me of.
Well, Elon Musk is working on it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's gonna find like the first one. We already have like little cute robots delivering. You know, I saw that little cute robots are now delivering your food here in LA. That's wild.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to figure out who's kidnapping these little things, because I'm telling you, Wally, protect yourself. They're out here in the streets and about to snatch you up. I always think of that. Like I was driving one day. Where was I? I want to say it's around the UCLA area. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know, what is that? I don't know where that is. Anyways, that whole area, I remember I saw a little robot, and then in my mind I wasn't thinking, oh cute, people were staring. I was like, you know someone's gonna snatch that like robot up. I don't know, that's just things I think about.
You want to talk about at least one actually, let's mention, before we wrap this up, how conspiracy theories can actually hurt people, their careers and such. Because I just thought of Sierra. Did you ever hear the rumor that Sierra was trans back then?
Yes, I did. Yep, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Completely ignorant from what
by the way, I was in Spanish class when that happened. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What I was told basically back in the day was that Sierra was trans, and she had admitted it on Oprah. Like she sat with Oprah and had admitted it. And a lot of people ran with this ignorant, conspiracy theory. But you want to know what the funny thing about it was? Of course, it's not funny, but the thing that was amusing and interesting, everybody knew about it. They didn't see the episode themselves, but they knew somebody that watched the episode. Literally, that's how it always was. Like, no, I didn't see that. Like my friend told me it. He didn't see it, nor did I, but he said his cousin saw the episode.
That's true. That's true.
But I remember, just a while ago, ironically, Yasmin, we were talking about how people use trans to, use it as an insult and how that's ignorant. And I know you said something about physique or so.
Oh, I just said I felt like that rumor started because someone felt very unmasculine and started spreading a rumor or something like that.
Why is it when women have, a good stature or muscles or something like that, they got to be trans? you see
or this assumption or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I can only say I hope we do better. But I remember they pulled that same thing with Jocelyn from, Love and Hip Hop, and now she has her own.
Yeah.
Right?
Go.
Yes, and
I'm gonna protect Jocelyn as much as I can. She's a Puerto Rican princess. Y'all already know, and I'm just gonna put it out there. Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. Yo.
Jocelyn Hernandez was so dedicated.
Come around and ride.
Welcome to Vegas, baby. I wanna ride.
I want to ride. Yo, I was so mad at you. You weren't in sync when that bit came out. You were like, I was like, no, girl, I want to ride. I want to ride.
Jocelyn was so dedicated to that rumor. She actually posted a picture of the kitty cat to prove that she wasn't trans. Yeah, at that time. And that's terrible, y'all. So for y'all watching and listening, stop it. Okay? And
for real, cut it out. And leave the Puerto Rican princess out your mouth. There'll be no slander of Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, up in this channel. Right?
Keep her name out your mouth.
All right, guys, and now we are at that time. Y vamos con el chisme. All right, Kat, what you got for me?
So we are going to start with Ken Jeong. So for people who don't know who Ken Jeong is, and I really hate to have to say this, he's the Asian man that was in the movie The Hangover and The Hangover 2. So most people, will know him by that role. And for people who also don't know, Ken Jeong is a doctor. Mm-hmm. Certified
I did.
doctor.
I found out I think he was on Ellen or something. That's how I found out.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But the reason why we're talking about him is because he is a host on the show. I'm sorry, he's not a host. He's a judge on the show The Masked Singer. You know about The Masked Singer, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And by the way, fun fact, that show started, I believe, in Korea. So
it's Korea? Oh, I thought it
yeah,
was
like, you know how I know about it? Because again, as you can see on my shirt, I'm all about BTS.
And Nick Cannon made it happen.
True. Jungkook was actually in one of the episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
From BTS? Cool.
Yeah.
But okay, so Ken Chung is basically one of the judges of the show The Masked Singer, along with Jesse McCartney, Robin Thicke, and the lead singer from the Pussycat Dolls, Nicole. And to give a quick backstory, The Masked Singer is basically about at least 12 celebrities that are dressed up in, funny costumes, like a mouse, Mickey Mouse or something like that. And the judges have to guess who is behind the mask. So of course, you'll see a lot of good celebrities like, Omarion was on it in the past, Jordan Woods was on it in the past. Now getting straight to the story. This season, which has not aired, so I apologize because I'm gonna give you a new season spoiler. They were doing, the reveal for the mask, and when one of the monsters got revealed, it was Rudy Giuliani. And Rudy Giuliani, and for people who do not know who he is, he's a politician who also was involved in the insurrection that happened last year, January 6th. He's also he's under fire for a lot of things. Like, he still continued the narrative that, the election was rigged, and he's under investigation currently for his part in the insurrection, for helping Donald Trump, who is also, getting investigated himself. He's basically, I'm gonna say it, he's a criminal. That's just my opinion. I think he's a terrible person.
That is why, wait, they allowed him on the show?
That's why it's controversial. What? So when he took his mask off and it was revealed that he was the one in the mask, Ken Jeong was so pissed he walked off stage. Robin Thicke had to follow off after him, and Nicole and Jesse just sat in their seats looking at each other like, whoa, yes. So a lot of people, who, it's on the blogs now, and it's on the news and stuff like that, are really pissed and really upset. They're like, why is this man on this show doing this when he's being investigated right now?
But you know what? Let's not be surprised. This show is being aired on where?
Fox. And I was gonna bring that up. A lot of people are saying that. People are just like, how are y'all shocked? Of course he's gonna be on there. It's Fox. I mean, come on now. But yes, man, like, what in the hell? I'm sorry.
I don't even know, because somebody needs to get their ass checked, because what?
The next season, if they do The Masked Singer for next season, which I'm pretty sure they're going to be renewed for next season, is OJ Simpson going to be in the next Mask? Because it's just like, if we're picking Rudy Giuliani, why not pick OJ Simpson at this point? So, like I said, whether or not you watch Fox, we try to be unbiased here. We're not blue, we're not red. We joke we bleed purple. That's just wild. That should be, we're talking about a lot of stuff.
Today is nothing. I'm telling you, today we're just on an acid trip together. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Like, I'll just end with that.
Oh, man. Wait, what's going on with Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. Everybody's controversial this week. So Joe Rogan.
Sorry, it's just your delivery on that line was just.
It's just terrible. Joe Rogan had to release a statement just a few days ago because he's been under fire for what's been happening on his podcast. He's basically, giving out misinformation about COVID and the COVID vaccine. And he's very flip-floppity. It's like one episode, he's got somebody who is anti-vax talking about it, and he's agreeing with them, and he's like, adding more incorrect information, which is being heard by millions of listeners. He's the #1 podcaster in the country. And then you have him do other episodes where he's talking to doctors who are, you know, on the other side, and he's agreeing with them, and then he's sharing more misinformation, and people are just like, they can't do this anymore. And because of that, there are artists who are like, I can't do this. You are put like Spotify, do something about this because this is wrong misinformation. Because I'm not gonna lie, Joe Rogan probably keeps the lights on at Spotify. Yep.
Yeah. And I know more artists is actually going to be like that more artists at, what is it, just like a few days ago and probably this morning, like as we are recording this, like people are just pulling out their music. I think I understand why they're doing it. I think it's a stretch. However, you know, you can feel how you feel. And we actually discussed this like off air, and a couple of days ago when we were reviewing what stories to like mention on the pod, and I remember that as podcasters ourselves, like we understand that we want to hear two different sides of opinion, right? There's a smart way to go about it too. I truly believe that. However, if you're gonna go in and, you know, we said this, Kat, you just said this right now, we tried to go about things unbiasedly. Unless it's like so wild, we're like, yo, you know, like some of our like conspiracy theory moments. But I'm just like, I think there was a way you could have played it like on the line where you don't cross either way. But like the fact that you are agreeing with left and right, like you know, this is not a moment of like picking a side. But if you want to spread information, like see where certain people are coming from, you know what I mean? Like, do that. But like the fact that you're coming on your own podcast and then just like what, agreeing with like people, like what?
And Spotify, you know, he has $100 million contract with Spotify, and Spotify said they're going to stand behind him. You have artists like, you know, Mr. Neil Young, who said, I need my music off of Spotify because a lot of people listen to Spotify and I can't have my music associated with this, you know, platform, knowing that they are encouraging this, you know, Joe Rogan to, you know, be flip-floppity with his information. You know, soul singer India.Arie just announced a few days ago that she was taking her music off for the same exact reason. Marie Trump said that she actually wanted to take her podcast off of Spotify because she didn't want to be a part of it either. But like you said, this is a thing. Joe Rogan said in his, you know, response video that I watched that he's not trying to spread misinformation. He's just trying to have a conversation based on opinions. And that's something that I will stick by, that statement, not how it applies to the situation, but that statement in general. Everything we do, at least for Let's Geek Pod, we're not always going to agree with it. That's why we try to be unbiased. And I know it's going to happen where one day we're going to bring in a guest and we're probably going to be outraged by what they say, but it's about education. It's about learning. We're not always going to agree, but we need to have a common ground, you know? It's very hard to think about this because with the platform you have, it's powerful. We already learned from the last, you know, administration, at least in the United States, how much having a platform can affect people. I mean, there are people like influencers, for example, they're called influencers. Certain content creators are called influencers for the exact reason, because they can influence their ideas on you, you know? And on a side note, we do want to recognize some passings that have happened in, you know, the last 2 weeks. I feel bad because I didn't get to mention this 2 weeks ago. We want to say rest in peace to the legendary designer Mugler. And I do want to give my condolences to the ballroom house of Mugler because their namesake passed away. Whew. You know, your design is going to be with us forever. Your boutique, we are going to rep you so bad. Like you, like Wendy says, you're an icon, a legend. So we want to, you know, say to a legend, rest in peace. And we also want to take acknowledgement for Michael K. Williams. For people who don't know him, he was on the show The Wire. I apologize because I don't remember his character's name, but he played a gay gangster, which he displayed that role Willie. I said Willie.
Willie.
He played that role.
He just
really well. I don't know why I can't get the words out. He displayed it really well. And I actually found out a while ago that he was also from Ballroom House, which made sense because he was basing some of these characters on his family. He was actually part of the House Ebony. And the reason why I mention him is because, of course, he passed away in September of last year from a heroin overdose laced with fentanyl. Just a few days ago, they caught 4 men who actually sold him the laced fentanyl, and they knew that it was laced when they sold it to him. So I'm glad that they've been caught, and they can now be persecuted under the law. And, you know, Michael K. Williams' spirit and his family will get justice for what happened. And then, of course, transitioning to that, we do want to take the acknowledgement of Miss former 2019 Miss USA, Crystal Christ. She passed away just a few days ago of suicide. And it's one of the things that, you know, you and I, Yasmin, have talked about off camera, especially with it being Black History Month. When it comes to mental health in the Black community, it's taboo because there's this notion, why are you sad? What you being sad for? You don't need no therapy. Therapy's for white people, which is very, very ignorant. And I personally would know this from experience because 2.5 years ago, I had my own mental issues and I got diagnosed with a mental disorder that, you know, maybe one day I would talk about it on the podcast, but at this point, I'm not comfortable about it. The reason why it took me so long to get diagnosed is because my family didn't understand me. They thought I was lashing out, and it took my aunt that was a nurse who spoke to me, encouraged me to get help, was able to finally speak to my family, and now my family understands it, and I'm blessed because, you know, it's my mom and I are rocky sometimes, and my diagnosis has brought us closer together. And I don't want to cry about it, like, especially I don't want to cry about it, but please take it seriously. And, you know, not to be stereotypical, but follow Ellen DeGeneres' hypocritical advice. Please be kind because you don't know what people are really going through. And I'm glad the new generation of people identify as African American or Black are actually taking it seriously now. So,
yeah. And with that, let's end it off with a crazy notion, because this whole episode, like I said before, it's a wild ride. All right. Oh my gosh, here we go. Nintendo back at it again with lawsuits. Oh boy, let me tell you. Ooh, Nintendo's relationship with their fans is like crazy. If you do not know anything about the gaming industry, let me get you hip. All right, Nintendo, for a hot minute since YouTube started and Twitch, which is a streaming platform, has started, they started doing this thing called taking down your videos and striking the shit out of you, children. You know? All right, the reason why I bring this up, and just in case a good example that was brought up to my attention was the Nintendo forgot what time zone was. So while the new Pokemon game was released, a lot of, I think they said Australian streamers were like, you know, streaming the Pokemon game. Nintendo was like, huh? What? I'm looking at the time and date. No, that's dropping our time on the whatever set date. And then they went ahead and started striking. A lot of people got their Twitch banned. Yes, yeah. Their accounts got banned. Yeah, because they didn't understand how time zone works. Yeah. Yep.
You see, that's the thing.
Yep. So let me tell you why they are in the news right now. Okay, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts that talks about Nintendo everything, because despite that, you know, they love to do those things, and I will talk politely as I can because I love Nintendo. Anyways.
Nintendo, Give us money.
Yeah, right. First off, they gotta like fix a lot of things before they even think about us, the consumers. But so apparently, I was listening to a podcast, right, where they were telling me like Nintendo, and they have every right to do this, by the way, because it is their content at the end of the day. Nintendo loves to shit on their fans because anytime we do anything for appreciation, they're like, no, this is you stealing our like characters, content, whatever. And we're like, no, it's not. We're just appreciating what you have done since childhood. Yep. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the best way to describe it. They are a Disney corporation. So what ended up happening is that there is a bless his heart, a kid who just did it for the fandom because Nintendo doesn't want to do it. Nintendo for a while does not release any of their music for us to consume. You can't find it on Spotify. You can't stream it in any platform. So what do the fans do? They take literally like songs from your favorite video games, whether it's Mario, Metroid, Zelda, I don't know, Kirby, Banjo-Kazooie. Just think of all of your favorite Nintendo songs, and they'll upload it on YouTube. Okay, for us to stream, for us to listen. Now, I do want to note that a lot of these like YouTubers that put up these music do not make profit off of it. So why in the hell would Nintendo strike them, right? That's what everybody wants to know. Because apparently the company had struck this channel like maybe like 1,000 videos got taken or striked or whatever it is. I can't remember, but it was extremely a lot. That like a lot of these videos got copyrighted, and it's just their music, which makes sense, why they want to take it down and stuff like that. However, when this channel took up to Twitter, and again, I want to give shout out to Charlie, because if I wasn't watching his channel, I would have never found out this information, because I just found this out last night. So apparently it was brought up to his attention, that brought up my attention, that the people over at Twitter, your favorite platform to be on, so they end up starting to think this seems really fishy. Okay. So apparently, anytime Nintendo copy strikes a channel or whatever it is, or even just like, copyrighted and they take money from it, usually because Nintendo, it's like a Disney corporation, they have a bunch, right? You got Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Europe, Nintendo of Japan, etc., etc. So what ended up happening is that usually you would see like Nintendo, for example, Nintendo LLC or something like that, right? Because it's generic, because they have different brands. However, when somebody caught wind of the screenshot that was shown, the name Nintendo, it just says Nintendo. And that's not a thing that usually happens when Nintendo actually does it. So here we are sitting in this wonderful chair, wherever you guys are listening to us, wherever you guys are watching us, we all together are finding out somebody on the freaking internet is passing off as Nintendo, striking some guy's channel for uploading music. Nintendo has not spoken about this just yet, but yo, who out here hating on a guy who literally probably spends hours sitting down, turning on the Switch, turning on whatever video game, giving us the music that Nintendo could be doing? Can you imagine how much money Nintendo could be getting on Spotify, whatever it is, if they drop the soundtrack? I don't know about you, Kat.
They rather do orchestras. So.
For real, like, I don't know about you, but like, I freaking love, like, I'm at the weird spectrum of how nerdy I am with the gaming industry. I'm not like full throttle into the thing, but you know what? When I caught wind of any chisme, I'm right there when it comes to the gaming industry. So I'll let y'all know what is up. Even if you're not into the gaming industry, now you know, because this is the pod that talks about all the spectrum of the world and entertainment. Anywho, so my thing is this. I was like, how are you going to be such a spiteful little punk? You know what I mean? Like, to go and literally, by the way, you have to manually go and actually tell YouTube, like, this is my content and copyright it. So that's where we are with the story. We don't know anything further. Again, Nintendo hasn't commented on this. YouTube hasn't commented on this. That's all. If there is an update, you'll find out through Instagram or Twitter. Hit us up there.
This reminds me of, you've ever seen Disney's Recess? The show Recess?
Oh, I love Recess. Yeah, what happened?
It reminds me of that scrawny little piece of shit that, always stitches to that teacher.
Yeah,
that's what that reminds me of. Like,
oh,
but Nintendo's the teacher. That's funny.
Yep. So that's that with Nintendo. And you know what? When we all first heard it, like, Nintendo, we knew that was gonna happen. When you have to, from what Charlie said on his video, again, all links down below, is that, like, whenever you stream anything Nintendo or do anything Nintendo, whether it's like a cover art, you're doing like a cover song, instrumental, whatever it is, over on TikTok and stuff like that, know that you will be copywritten. That's all I'm saying. Literally, like, if we play a song here, this video would be blocked. Yeah, that's how it is. But I still love them. I still support them, even though they do what they do. But here I am. And by the way, head over to my gaming channel because I'll be streaming Kirby.
And head over to my TikTok and follow. Come on now. It's Black History Month. So, support Black people. And now it's time for our segment called Damn Bruh! That's wild. Where I tell a credible true story from around the world that actually happened. So Yasmin, you ready for this?
I'm always ready.
Okay, so this news I'm talking about is from AP News. This on their website, apnews.com, which we will list. And the title's called Wandering Hen taken into security by the Pentagon. I believe that's, the gist of the title. So yeah, a hen that was brown with the red, like, wattle thing that comes next to their, beak and stuff, wandered into the Pentagon, which is one of the most high security places in the whole entire country.
Wait, hold up. You telling me a rooster or a chicken, whatever it's called, just straddled?
It was a hen, a female chicken. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Oh, now you know. I thought.
Yeah. It stuck into the Pentagon. It got inside the Pentagon. Yeah, I said if I walked into the Pentagon right now, they'd be like, and I would just be attacked and all. But yes, it was wandering, doing that little thing that they normally do. That's how they do it. They were doing that thing. And of course, the security guards over here, like, what the hell? Because the Pentagon's part of the Department of Defense.
Yeah.
So how does a chicken get into the Department of Defense, especially the Pentagon? So they hear the buck, 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 and all, and they're just like, yes, and that's basically what happened. I'm trying to put the vision out there. And they're just like, yo, what was that? Because, in a situation like that, I would think I'm high, but, and they're just like,
I already told you this episode is an acid trip already, right. So there we go.
And they're just like, is that a chicken? And they're just like, holy crap, it is a chicken. So they grabbed the chicken and took it into the security area. But because the Pentagon is high, risk, and you can't really release information and stuff like that, they couldn't exactly disclose what spot of the whole entire Pentagon that the hen was found in. I know. They can tell people about the hen. Yeah.
The fact that you said that means that this chicken was probably on that secret society that I was talking about. That
probably. Probably.
It was on a mission. It must have tried to retrieve some secret, information that they know is going to be useful to defeat these. Even saying this out loud, these Nazis in space, it sounds bizarre to me, but oh my God.
And you know, they were trying to figure it out. They were just like, is this chicken really just like walked up in here randomly, or is this an undercover chicken? No, they really asked that question, Yasmin.
Oh my God, wait, so I was right? Literally,
Yes,
the chicken
you were
came-
absolutely right. They were trying to debate it, as
See, guys,
ironic as it is.
See, guys, I know what I'm talking about.
So what they
That's
ended up,
wild. But hold up.
Mhm.
So wait, can we assume it probably went down deeps into whatever layer of the Pentagon is? Can you imagine? Like, imagine if the Pentagon has like
it's like, buck, 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 found the area. Buck, 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 it's high security.
Cat.
Hmm?
How many? Is it 5? Is it 5?
5 what?
Pentagon doesn't have 5 bullets.
Oh, I don't know. I just know it's a big building.
Okay. Anyways, getting back to the story. So it has we'll just assume like couple of layers in, and can you imagine the chicken? It's got like its little feather weapons or whatever, and it'll be like, oh come on, let's have fun with it. Like, that thing is funny. I love
They
it.
can just, you know, because it's the Pentagon, they admitted that they took it to security area, but they can't release what area of the Pentagon the chicken was found at. So of course, they were just trying to figure out, okay, this is odd. What are we gonna do with this chicken? And then they asked people like, hey, why don't you give it a name? Because they put it on their Twitter asking people like, hey, we found, right. And it's the Pentagon. You can't tell us where you found the chicken, but you can tell people you found the chicken. Does that make sense?
Twitter. Next thing you know, they now have TikTok. They have a TikTok account.
For real. So they asked the people there, they're just like, hey, we found this chicken at the Pentagon. This is hilarious. What should we call it? And the name that they ended up picking was Henny Penny.
Yo, that's kind of fun though.
Yeah. So the hen's the hen's name is Henny Penny. And they took it to like a Virginia welfare type of animal like sanctuary. And I think it's either still there or somebody actually adopted the chicken as a pet. So, you know, regardless of what happened to the chicken's in a better place. So that's basically,
I'm just glad they didn't do that. I'm just glad they didn't do like, ooh, tackle.
And then we're like, what do we do with this body? Let's eat it. KFC. Let me stop before PETA comes for me. But
listen, PETA came for Nintendo. For those who don't know, apparently,
really,
for
what?
For promoting like animal abuse, because we're throwing Pokeballs at it in like animal capture, and doing its like, you know, like the cockfight type situation.
No flakes.
Oh yeah. Oh, they also, did you know they came after Mario too?
Why?
Oh, I found this out through Game Ranks. Shout out to them. They're one of my favorite channels. But Game Ranks did like the whole like top like wildest thing that like people had done over the years for video games. And one of the things that they end up saying is that PETA also came after Mario as far as to like make an actual video game to prove their point. So they were mad because Mario wears this like raccoon looking thing. I can't remember what that specific animal.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do you want to know what they said about it? Nintendo promotes skinning that animal and wearing it.
I knew you were going with this. I knew you were going to go there with this.
So because they wanted to make sure you guys were just as angry at them, they made a video game doing exactly what they think Nintendo does. Huh? But we're not even gonna try to rationalize PETA sometimes. Like, I was hip to them, I was cool with them until I discovered the real truth. That was
exactly same.
So here we are.
Intense
that was
Black
a wild story.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this acid trip. I know I keep saying it, but literally, what else can you do? We went from Oli London to crazy TikTok to crazy conspiracies to crazy celebrities to like this, just somehow a chicken infiltrated the Pentagon. So here we are, guys. Woo! Ooh, I told you it was gonna be a wild trip.
Sunday chicken.
Dude. Yo, this episode, it was lit. What'd you think? I felt like
it was lit. It was lit.
Guys,
this is a little, you know what? Y'all gonna get a ride. So, I mean, y'all got the ride. So,
yeah. So this episode for sure is gonna be long because I definitely don't want to cut anything out from this episode because this was really fun. And then, of course, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, have our notification turned on because Oli London's music video reaction will be dropping out soon. And then, Cat has a new series where, you know, people got her up. That's all I'm saying. I feel really oh my God, I feel really taboo by saying the F word. I'm okay. Outside the podcast, I curse like a sailor, is what my mom likes to say. But, you know, I try to keep a decent image. I don't want a clean image, just a decent one. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, the internet got capped up. So check out that series. It'll be dropping every Wednesday. So make sure you have your notification turned on.
And see it first on my TikTok. Actually, no, see it first on YouTube. Then make your way to my TikTok and subscribe.
Yep.
So,
All links will be down below. So, Kat, who is the artist of the week?
This is a returning artist that came from season 1, you know, from the very beginning. And he is one of my homeboys, love him death. He is Trippy A10. And this is actually his new single called, I feel terrible. It's called Stargazing, okay? Sorry, Trippy. You see what happens? It's because your name is Trippy, so I had a trip for a second. But yeah, we're listening to Stargazing, and I love this song, so enjoy. Bye.
Whoa. Hey, what no, man? Real life. I'll give you all of me if you would've come give me all of you. Out on a journey, I've been reaching for the stars. And the projects sing that raw for you. Said, I'll give you all of me if you would've come give me all of you. So many projects, I've been reaching for the stars. It's crazy you didn't have to try make me fall for you. Yeah. I made it out both sides of that street life. Don't try to prolong what you know on subsides. You're in a piece, my love. You might go long for a lost cause and a off sides for a peace sign. I use like 3 lives. I'm a cat, no pussy. Please try, I'ma whack you. Don't gotta worry, put your life in my hands. And I'm so grateful for the things you brought to light in the past. I know that it's hard to deal with me. You only told me cause you wanted to. Take a look out at the stars. But baby, tell me, would you come out on the globe with me? I'll give you all of me if you would've come give me all of you. Out on a journey, I've been reaching for the stars. And the projects sing that raw for you. Said, I'll give you all of me if you would've come give me all of you. So many projects, I've been reaching for the stars. It's crazy you didn't have to try make me fall for you. Yeah. No matter what point in life, I would go to war for you. The way I see it, I'll be dancing with the stars. Look, I bought this fancy car for you. No keys per star for you. Heated seats with tinted windows so they can't fuck with you. I'm making no 100,000 if I fuck with you. Don't say I changed, I'll say it for you. Fucking foolish. So to keep it real, I probably would've said I fuck with you. To took the money for the feature, block your number just to fuck with you. But I done changed, I'm loving better, I'm feeling better, living better now. Ain't no way I feel like I be feeling in my town. Trippy A10, know you know I live off feelings. I be round. Of me if you would've come give me all of you. Out on a journey, I've been reaching for the stars. And the projects sing that raw for you. Said, I'll give you all of me if you would've come give me all of you. So many projects, I've been reaching for the stars. It's crazy you didn't have to try make me